Well, hello there, fighter jet fans. Welcome to the unboxing video for the E-flite F-15 Eagle. Now, we announced this, it's already been a while. I think it was at the end of 2018. It's May 2019 as we're recording this. And we just got one of these, pulled it out. We're gonna fly it and have some fun, but I figured in the meantime, we're gonna do an unboxing video. Very cool plane. Nice because it's kind of, we've kind of been dubbing it like our entry-level EDF jet. For multiple reasons. I did a really nice long video with Jason Merkel, kind of the category manager for all of our planes. But we specifically talked about our whole EDF jet line, and he really went into depth to talk about why this is kind of the best first jet. Basically, it's simple, it's not overly complicated, it's not super terrifyingly fast. You can land on runways, you can land on grass. A multitude of things that make this kind of the best first jet per se. Obviously, we never recommend jets for a first-time plane, but as far as moving from maybe your second or third plane up to a jet, this is probably the one you're going to want to look at. Now, this is a 64mm ducted fan. So the measurement on jets is by the fan size, not so much by the wingspan. So this should kind of give you an idea. Just looking at the box, you can tell it's not a huge plane per se. Go ahead and make this pretty again and move it out of the way. And obviously, some assembly is required. But let's go ahead and yank some of this stuff out of here. Now, one thing that is different, I would recommend, kind of with all my unboxings, I recommend having, you know, like a 2mm hex wrench, Phillips head, maybe a flat head, just general stuff like that. This plane, you will need some CA. So make sure you have some of that on hand. Typically, our planes don't need glue, but just kind of the way the build form was on this one just requires it, but it's nothing complicated by any means. So let's go ahead and cut all of the kind of packaging supports out of here. Move that off to the side. Let's see what we have here. I'm gonna go ahead and just lay everything out before I talk through it actually here. Now, interestingly enough, I've never flown EDF jet, so this should be a nice, this should really show that it is the best first jet for people, because if I can have success with this, probably anyone can. I have limited flight experience. I've only been flying 6 months or so. Been doing a lot of warbird stuff lately, so that's probably a good transition into this. Looks like our nose cone's kind of taped in here. And for me personally, one of the, I don't want to say fears, but one of the kind of stopping points for me previously wanting to fly jets is the whole you have to kind of land fast, because again, I've been flying a lot of high wing stuff, trainers, whatnot. Those you can almost just stop and park on the runway if you need to. A jet, you got to be moving, otherwise it's going to stall and crash. The nice thing about this, because the landing gear is optional, it kind of, for me, it kind of takes out of it, because if you can grass land it, all of a sudden your runway kind of just became unlimited, rather than trying to pinpoint a spot on, granted, Eli Field, where we always fly, is very large, like 800 foot long, but a lot of runways are not. And you can honestly fly this in like a large park if you really have skill. I wouldn't recommend starting that, but that's kind of a nice option. You know, you don't have to worry about landing as much. You can focus on having fun. Getting right down to it in here, looks like we're about to pull out the fuselage here. Looks kind of weird like this, doesn't it? It's like a boat almost. Set this aside. Almost done here, guys. Oop. And the manual's all the way at the bottom. Good information here. Obviously, this plane does come if you buy the bind and fly. So we sell this as a P&P, where you have to install your own receiver, transmitter, battery. But this is the bind and fly basic version. So it comes with the programmed AR636, which has Safe Select. Make sure if you plan on using Safe Select, this might be a little loud. If you plan on using Safe Select, make sure you do the binding procedure for Safe Select. We have videos on that as well. I'm gonna go ahead and get that out of the way. So yeah, obviously, as you can see, there's a little assembly required. Let's see what kind of screws we have here. I see a Phillips and a 2mm, some Velcro. Really, there's not that much. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, maybe 10 screws. And then, like I said, you'll need some CA. And I'd be willing to bet some of those might just be for the landing gear. So you might not even need all those. So another thing, content-wise, if you're looking for more information on the F-15, our On the Fly guys, which is Allie and Pete, did a ton of content on these. And in their episode about the F-15, they actually did a time-lapse assembling one of these, which is kind of cool to watch. It's super fast, so you might not learn a ton. But yeah, I'm going to sit down and throw this thing together. But we'll put links to that as well. They did a lot of cool hand launch stuff, which is kind of probably what made the video kind of famous. They did all kinds of goofy stuff launching, but they also showed that you can grass land it, fly normal. They just had fun, and to be honest. There wasn't really, I don't think that was one of the episodes where they went out with a goal of like, we need to accomplish this, this, this. It was kind of, let's go out and have fun and see what video we end up with. So yeah, aside from that, I'm trying to think of what else I didn't cover here. This does need a 4S LiPo. If I remember correctly, you can fly it on a 3S. We don't recommend it because it really just doesn't have the punch and the power. Again, we talk about that in the video I mentioned at the very beginning. We'll put a link. I'll probably put a card when I was originally talking about that, and then the link will be below if you're watching on YouTube. So you're really gonna need a 4S, and I think it's like a 3200. I'll put the specs. Actually, no, we have the manual here. So try to stick to that. You know that you want the CG to be fairly close on really any plane, but especially on a jet. Let's see if this has a quick battery recommendation. I can tell you before we waste too much time here. And again, this is just 11 blade fan, 64mm ducted fan. Oh, I'm not gonna find it. Never fails, does it? Here we go. We recommend the E-flite 2200. 2200. So this actually says 3S. ESC is designed for 3S and 4S. So I would imagine a 2200 4S is probably a little heavier than the 2200 3S because of the extra cell. So keep that in mind. It probably fits. I'm not going to worry about trying to show you that. But yeah, just make sure you check that CG. Again, ton of fun, or at least it should be fun. From what I've seen the guys doing, it's been a ton of fun. But we'll let you go. Let me know if you have questions or if I forgot to cover something important. You're like, dude, come on, we wanted to hear about this. Let me know, and I'll know better next time. But yeah, the next video I'll probably put a link to will be us flying this thing, or it should be me flying this thing, having some fun. And like I said, should be able to show you that a regular guy like me can fly a EDF jet. So thanks again, and we will see you guys next time.